What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rex 636. So I thought maybe I'd chronicle my ride to work since sorry, since I never do any videos anymore, and I don't think I've ever done any videos in the dark because I work construction jobs, so my ass is in bed by like 8:39. And the only time I could do anything in the dark before that would be wintertime, and that's not enjoyable. So I thought I'd do this, and plus it's a 45-minute ride to work, and part of it's on a dirt road, which I mean, maybe I'm just big-headed about it, but I feel like chronicles my badassery, because I don't know if y'all have ever rode a sport bike on a dirt road or not, but they ain't made for it. So yeah, I might not do as much talking, but it's cool. I'm gonna edit this video anyways. I'm not putting up a whole 45 minutes. And this dude back here, Brighten Me, can kiss my whole ass. He might not be Brighten Me, I don't know. Sometimes I overthink this shit. Yeah, those two are always there in the morning. I don't know if y'all saw them because it's dark. Usually they have like, one has green underglow lights, but they're not underglow, they're all around his bike. And the other one has red and blue, and I swear, like, the red and blue one tries to sit there and act like a cop. I don't know what they do. I guess they're minding their own fucking business, like I should probably be doing, but I see them I mean, look, you can see the time, it's 5:58 in the morning. I pass them every time on the way to work, so I gotta be work by 7, and it's 45 minutes away, and I like to clock in that extra 15 minutes early, because 15 minutes 6 days a week adds up to something, man. That's an hour and a half. I'm not going to give away to y'all what I make, but I make decent money, so that actually comes out to a decent amount. If it was like 20 extra bucks, man, you can keep that. But it comes out to a decent amount. Especially because it tacks on to the end, which is overtime, which means I'm really raking it in. Yeah. I'll actually be hitting overtime about 1:30, 2 o'clock today. It's a Thursday. I work in a mine, so it's a, well, quarry. I don't know. They call it a mine. I feel like it's a quarry. It's sand and gravel mine. So I work a lot, man. You know, jobs like that, it's all production. They want the money. It's cool. I want the money too. And I'm not a big proponent of working your whole life away, but I got a lot of goals I'm working on right now. Things to further my life, so I'm hoping that this all pays off in the end. Oh boy, I have the Subaru Wilderness Edition. I think it was a Foz, but it could have been an Outback. Hard to say, man. Just hard to say. I'm hoping I have enough battery on this GoPro to get a little video in on the way home tonight too, but who knows, I might not. I don't know. I also might break this up into pieces, you know, turn it off a few times and all that, so that I'm saving battery and not having to cut out a bunch of the boring stuff. Yeah, baby. I love getting on the freeways. It's my favorite part. I've been really cutting down on my speeding and craziness lately. Partly because I don't want to lose my license or go to jail again, and partly just because you just can't ride these like that every day and hope to live to talk about it, you know? You gotta reserve yourself. I don't want to be a statistic, man. I mean, if I die on a bike, it's cool. Just know I was smiling. And my last words were probably like, oh, I fucked up. But that's never the goal, man. I want to die of old age in my bed after having living a full life, dead ass asleep with my legs spread, my wiener hanging out. That is how I want to go. I mean, obviously we don't always get a choice in that, but we can make certain decisions that increase the probability. I'm a huge believer in that, man. I mean, I believe in fate and all that, but I also believe that you can, I don't want to say control your own fate, but in a way that's what I mean. So the religion I follow, it's a complicated concept. I follow Asatru, and it's like Old Norse gods and goddesses and all that. You know, Thor, Loki, not Loki's not technically God, Odin, Freya, Heimdall, Baldur, you know, all that. I don't know, anyone out there knows what I'm talking about, but so the concept kind of is that your decisions will, they call it orlog. It'll like, you'll kind of like, through your decisions, you weave your web of orlog, and like, so my fate can, I can affect other people's fates around me. That's why you got to be careful who you attach to, because people could affect your fate, your orlog, you know, your destiny, all that. So like, in a way things are predestined, but in a way they're not, if that makes any sense. But I firmly believe that. I don't follow all concepts of the religion. I'm more of a spiritual person than I am a religious person. But there's certain parts of that religion, there's a reason I follow it, because there's certain parts that absolutely ring true to me. You know what I mean? Like, they absolutely ring true. And there's other parts, I mean, I have a difficult time with like Magic Man in the Sky, and I think there is something. I just think that we're not really meant to know what it is, so there's no use trying. But there's parts of spirituality that I think absolutely 100% have it right. I think parts of Christianity have it right, parts of Buddhism. I'm a huge fan of like Hinduism, Buddhism type. That's man, they really got a lot of that. I think a lot of Wicca stuff has it right. I mean, true Satanism has a lot of things right, you know what I mean? Because it's all self-enlightenment, not like, I mean, there's probably dark parts to it. I'm not deep into it. I have some homeboys that are, but true Satanism isn't what you'd think it would be, honestly. I can tell you that. I've read the Satanic Bible and a couple other books of it. It's actually pretty deep stuff. If I didn't follow Asatru, I'd probably either follow Satanism or Hinduism, honestly, because they both have, or the Native American religion, whatever that is, man. All three of those have parts that I absolutely 100% agree with. So, I guess I turned this into a religion talk on the way to work in the morning. Wow, we're getting deep, and I don't even think the gods are awake yet. Whew. Alright, well, let's get it, I guess. So, one thing that really interests me, since we're here. One thing that really interests me about, I want to say it's Hinduism, Buddhism, but it's a, you know, Indian, dot, not feather. God, I hope that doesn't sound like I'm a racist asshole. I'm really not, man. I don't care what your skin color is. I'm all about character. I just try to be funny. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. Anyways, one thing that really interests me about that, and I want to do some more reading and studying on, is Akashic memory. If y'all don't know what that is, go look it up. But it's basically, so like, they believe that there's this, basically a database, almost like the World Wide Web out there, with all information that ever has been, ever will be type thing. And if I'm getting it wrong, I'm sorry, because I haven't done as much studying on it as I want. So if someone knows what I'm talking about and I'm wrong, man, correct me. I mean, please don't be rude about it. If you are, it's cool, I got thick skin, but I'd prefer you not. I like educated discussions. But basically through meditation, you can tap into this information. So that's one of the reasons meditation is so important. And I don't really meditate, though I should. It's not because I shouldn't, it's because I'm a modern man that lives a really busy life. That being said, I'm going to Colorado for Labor Day weekend to camp, well, glamping, I guess. We rented a campsite tent on Airbnb. I'm curious, I've never been glamping. I've always done it the old-fashioned way, where you pack a tent in and all your stuff, and you sit there and have fun. But I plan on doing some mountain meditation. I miss the mountains down here in Texas, so I'm gonna go up in the mountains and I'm gonna do some meditation, and hopefully, you know, some hiking, and just hopefully get some much needed mind reset, soul reset, you know. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh goodness, that was rough. Man, why they do that? They always be trying to wreck bikes with this rough crap. So, yeah, so Akashic memory is one of the things that really interests me. I know I go off on tangents. I'm not always as focused as I should be. People that watch me, I'm assuming that's part of what you like about me. If not, it probably annoys the hell out of you. Another thing that I really buy into, and I've really been putting a lot of deep thought into lately, is reincarnation. There's a lot of evidence supporting this, man. Like little kids that have dreams about their past lives and describe stuff they couldn't possibly know. Their parents aren't into it, blah, blah, blah. They just couldn't possibly know this stuff. I mean, how would they know it if they weren't reincarnated, is my thoughts on it. I'm huge on evidence type stuff, and yes, I know evidence can be faked. But I also believe that, it points towards something. And obviously, I mean, it could be a hoax. People really go deep to pull these hoaxes to trick people, to get attention. So it's hard to say. But I do think that there's something there. I don't think anybody really fully understands it or why. I mean, a lot of people taking guesses. There's a lot of theories out there. And a lot of religions have a version of it. Honestly, there's this theory, we'll call it a theory, that in Christian religion, when Jesus Christ is saying born again, be born again, that's what he's talking about, is be reincarnated. I don't know, I'll leave y'all to figure that out. And I'm not dogging any religion, man. I think they're all beautiful in their own way. I disagree with parts of all of them, and I agree with parts of all of them. So don't take this as me talking down on dogging religion or disrespecting, because I'm speaking parts of it that I know Christians can get kind of touchy sometimes, because in their eyes theirs is the only one, and well, actually in a lot of people's eyes their religion is the only one, like the religion that person follows. Me, I don't buy that. I think that all religions are touching around the truth, but none of them are hitting right on it. It's kind of my view. Maybe not all, but a lot of it. So, yeah, so that's interesting that Christianity might be talking about reincarnation. Who knows? It's hard to say. Got all the boring stuff out of the way. So, I mean, I'm still about 15 miles away from work, but straight highway travel in Texas is not what I would call fun. Alright. Here in a minute is what I really was hoping to catch good on camera. I'm hoping it has a nice sunrise this morning, because, man, and this is part of what makes me so spiritual, is like, dude, I get the best sunrises almost every morning. Like, with beauty, just awe-inspiring, overwhelming beauty like that, like, how could you not be spiritual? You know what I mean? Like, dude, when I ride to work in the morning, drive, I literally feel like the luckiest man alive. Like, seriously, like, I'm not just saying that, like, I am so blessed. I've had such a shit life, and a lot of it was my own doing. And these last few years, I've really changed my mindset, my habits, all of that. And I've got a life that I'm proud of, and that I feel like is worth showing off. And it just overwhelms me how good my life is sometimes. And it's shaping up to be alright. We'll see here in a minute. I have a coworker that lives somewhere on this road, and he says he hears me every morning, so now I kind of get on it a little more, just to let him hear it. If he's even there still. He might already be out of there at work. I would say we all usually get there about 15-20 minutes early, because standing around bullshit for the safety meeting, and all the above. So this road I'm coming up to, the one I'm going to turn on to after this, I used to do a a lot of top speed runs in the morning on the way to work, because like it was empty, there was no one there. Yeah, it's a country road, but all of a sudden the DPS, my Texas boys know, DPS, the state boys, started patrolling the hell out of it, dude. And it's not freaking cool, man. So now I got leaving work a few weeks ago. I got pulled over in my car for doing 81 and a 75, and I just got a warning, man. But I was like, seriously? So I've been being kind of good on it, which sucks. I love to do high speed runs into the sunrise, man. To me, that's like the shit movies are made of, you know. I mean, not that this bike has the greatest top speed, it's just a 600, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, 150, 160 miles an hour is fast. Now, the speedo reaches about 160. GPS is probably 150, maybe even a little bit less. So, you know, if you ride sport bikes, then, you know, all these guys on 600s, they're like, yeah, my buddy had a clapped out 95 Gixxer that did 210. No, he didn't. Everyone just thinks these are real fast, and they don't know what they're talking about, so they lie, and it's most annoying. But yeah, unfortunately, I gotta be careful on this road now because the state boys are on it a lot. Just yesterday on the way to work, there was someone pulled over on here. Right about across the street from where or across the road from that semi, actually, there's another cop sitting on this side. Like, man, they really be on that. So, I've been being a good because I can't afford much more trouble. My pockets can't, and they might just keep me in jail if I keep getting in trouble. Now that being said, I don't have to take this shit. Like, under the speed limit is not cool, man. I'm really hoping to catch the sunrise without making the video too long. It's been getting lighter later, you know, towards the end of summer. What is it now, August 24th, I think? So, you know, it's almost fall, so, man, this summer, though, I mean, literally, this time of day, that sky would just be lit up. It was insane. Just insane. Sorry, the red light in my phone from my GoPro distracted me. I don't know if y'all can see the video or not. Hard to say. And now I'm burping. I'm ready to get to work and bust out the thermos and have a little more coffee, though, after having this early bird sesh. Oh yeah, so when I had the GoPro off, I was thinking about it, man. So I have like my episodes where I do the moto vlogging. I think I'm gonna do a separate series, and I'm not gonna do like every day I go to work, but I want to call it the early bird sesh, and maybe discuss some deeper stuff, because I'm usually a little sharper in the morning, you know. Like, I get up, I drink coffee, then I work out, and I'm just feeling good, you know. And to work, it just gets me talking. Even though I'm a little bit tired, you know what I mean? So I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and go to bed about 8:39, and it gets to a guy. I work 65 hours a week. You know, that will get to a guy. But I'm pretty good about it. I've been taking better care of myself, so like my sleep's been counting for more. So I'm not as tired and run down as I have, and I have sleep apnea. I got a CPAP for it, and that helped a lot. So I'm kind of rambling now, and after this I'll probably cut out everything except for a good sunrise if I catch it. But yeah, you know, I think that's cool. Do early bird session 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, and just put out these, because I've been wanting to do things where I discuss more serious things in my moto vlogs, you know, maybe religion, politics, conspiracy theories, you know, world views, current events, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, for my deep thinkers. Plus, when I'm on a motorcycle, when I do some of my best thinking on a motorcycle. It's almost like meditating to me, man. I just, even now, just talking to the camera, I'm just chilling. Like, this is really my happy place, y'all. For my bikers, if you know, you know. If you don't know and you've been thinking about getting a bike, just get the bike and you'll know. like, I didn't buy one until I was in my 30s because I was afraid, man. I mean, these things are death missiles, bro. But I did, and I wish I'd have got one sooner. And honestly, like, yeah, you make mistakes on these and do dumb stuff, but if you have any amount of restraint at all and you enjoy breathing, I mean, you know, if you take precautions not to die in other areas of your life, you'll probably do that on a bike too. Now, can stuff happen? Yes it can. But if you're really into this, man, you just accept that risk is like, hey, at least I was probably smiling right up until, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't bug me as much as you think it would have thought of dying in a wreck on a bike. What bugs me is maybe wrecking and ending up in a ditch over there where no one sees me and laying there in a lot of pain knowing I'm dying for like an extended amount of time. That's what I'm afraid of. But like a die upon impact, hey, it is what it is, man. You probably don't even know what happened except for your butthole puckering, you know? So, yeah, see the sunrise really coming in. I mean, like stuff like that, like how could you not be spiritual? Like the earth just overpowered, like the beauty and the size and the grandeur just overpowers and awes me in every way. Like, I mean, a lot of people consider this part of the country ugly. It's just plains and bushes and brush and grass. It's beautiful in its own way. Like, I came from the mountains, you know. Do I prefer mountains? Yeah. Do I like the cold that comes to mountains? No. I mean, I am thinking in a couple of years moving to Tennessee so I can be closer to the tail of the dragon, or, you know, one of the related states around there. Have a little bit milder winters, and I say milder, like mild compared to Wyoming. I can handle some cold, you know. I thought about Florida, but the roads are straight, and a lot of stories start with Florida man, and I don't think my wife would adapt well. But yeah, I mean, like, it's beautiful out here, man. See, there's one of my tangents again. You know, for a couple days I've been trying to figure out what that hump is in the road. It looks like it's just like a pile of grass, but it hasn't gone nowhere. So I'm like, is it like earth over the road that has grass growing on it? Like, has it always been there and I just haven't noticed it till lately? I don't know, but for like the last week or so I've been fucking contemplating on it. Okay, so the first early bird sesh is going to be a little longer because all the content in this I actually enjoy and feel like, and just riding into this beautiful sunrise here is, you know, it leaves me kind of speechless. I say that as I'm just rambling on about this, that, and the other. But yeah, and I mean, you can see it's gonna get better, but that'll be about the time I show up to work, unfortunately, I do believe. So yeah, I'll take my brights off for this guy. So with the bike, when it's dark, I wear a smoke visor. I mean, I have clear visors, but I don't like switching them out at work. So I wear smoke visors so I keep my brights on with my bike. And I know it's assholeish, I don't care. Because here's the other reason is nobody sees motorcycles until you ride with your brights on, and then all of a sudden everybody sees motorcycles. So alright, so I'm getting ready to turn actually into the road to my job. So I'm going to stop talking for a second because I'm going to cut this part of the video out because my job has a social media thing and I'm not getting fired over some YouTube video. Alright, I'm past the sign just on some random dirt road. So I could put this in. I wanted to show this, man, like, this road's gotten better. When I first started, there was a lot of like deep sand, dude, and the first day I rode the bike out here, I legit almost dumped it, man. I caught it almost to the ground, and like yeah, I've had a few scares. There's a lot of times they always clown on me. They're like, oh, you put your training wheels down, because whenever I feel unstable, my feet go out quick as hell. They've been doing a lot of road grading on it, and it's gotten a lot better. But yeah, this is the road. And this is why, if you see things, pictures, videos with the bike and it's dirty, this right here is why. This, and I park it in an area that has just high dress below. I need to buy a bike cover and just leave it out here so I can use it to cover my bike when I get here in the morning. so it doesn't get so dirty. Like the chain gets messed up, man. I do chain maintenance weekly, and it's not enough. Like between the chain wax and the dirt and dust and all that, it just, dude, it's can't be good. Just can't be good. In fact, I might be due to take the front sprocket cover off and clean all the gunk and grease out in there. I bet it's pretty bad. For a while I was using, I couldn't find my usual chain wax, Teflon coated stuff, so I used like some legit grease, and that wasn't cool, and I'm willing to bet that left some gunk. Oh, see, look at that sunrise. See, I'm just a little late on the uptake, but I like getting to work early. This is how I'm built. But oh, look at that. Just look at that. This is just, ooh, man, I can't describe to y'all how blessed I feel seeing stuff like that. So anyways, I am going to end the first early bird sesh here in a second. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me, and I'm glad I decided to do this. I almost didn't, because this helmet doesn't have Bluetooth, and not having music was a little I didn't know if I wanted to do it. But actually, I like riding without music, and I forgot how much I enjoy the quality of the ride without music. Like, I wear earplugs so I don't go deaf, but hearing the sound of the exhaust, yeah, you know, just droning out and enjoying it. So I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Don't be a hater, like the video, or don't. It's up to you. It's whatever. If you haven't subscribed and you enjoy the content, go do that. That helps me out. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get paid for this. Is that the old? I mean, is that the old goal why I started it? And the only reason I do it? No, I don't make very much money off any of my videos and stuff. I make a little. Well, I made a little bit off Facebook. I haven't in a while because I haven't been doing it. But and go bang that like button. You know, subscribe, comment, man. I like the interaction. Peace out, y'all.